Yeah. Well, 1996, you get on the show Oz. As Chucky Pancamo?
Oz.
Yes, on your channel.
Yes.
And you were the leader of the Italian mob in prison?
So, just to show you how I got on that, I was at the premiere of Only in America, the Don King story.
Aha.
And I was there, and Tom Fontana was there with Dean Winters.
That's the producer of Oz.
Yes, the producer and creator of Oz. So I'm there, and my memory's going, man. Anyway, I'm there, and I was introduced to Tom Fontana, and he goes, Chuck just came out of prison. Maybe he could be, an advisor for the show. And Tom goes, you got a great face. Do you act? I says, yeah, of course, which I never acted before. So he goes, come down. I want you to read for Oz. And that's what happened. I went down. I read for this. The guy's name was Sam Pancamo in the script. When I got the part, they changed it to Chucky Pancamo. And I became Chucky Pancamo, the leader of the... well, first I was like the... bodyguard to the leader there. After he got killed, I became
the new leader.
I was the longest reigning mob boss in the history of Oz.
Right. I've always wanted to know, how did Adebisi keep that beanie on his head?
Everybody asks me.
You know what I'm saying? Like
everybody
that beanie.
Asks me that. What
man, he could be swimming underwater.
Yeah.
He could be upside down doing somersaults, and that beanie does not come off.
Okay, we'll go back to how I was. Brian Hamill was a photographer on movie sets. I was with him watching his show, and he introduced me to Tom Fontana and Dean Winters. And that's when he saw me, and I went to read, and like I said, they changed it from Sam Pancamo to Chucky Pancamo. But a lot of people asked me about that hat. What happened was, he shaved his head.
Right.
So he used to leave it like, a day growth in there where it was stubbles. So it was like Velcro.
Yeah.
He just had it on there and would stay. I mean, the hat was right here, And it was like Velcro. And it used to just stick on there.
Right.
And that's how it was.
But that was always a running joke when people, when Oz was on TV, it was like, how does he keep this hat on, man? Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
Well, 1998, you were at a nightclub and Jean-Claude Van Damme was there. Now, you had previously done bodyguard work for him.
Yes. In 1992, I was his bodyguard. And then we went to the martial arts World of Fame over there in Vegas. And I was with him. And then we didn't work for each other. I mean, we got along well. And then I haven't seen him in 6 years. And I was at Scores one night with, just having dinner. And he came walking in with Mickey Rourke and like 5 guys. And that's how that thing happened,
Yeah, well, he allegedly told one of the bouncers that you have no heart.
Yeah.
And the bouncer relayed that information to you. So you confronted him with that.
Yeah.
And he admitted to it. He goes, yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
It didn't go well for him,
Right.
So, but that's another thing. That thing happened in 1998.
Yeah.
What is it, 27 years ago?
Yeah. Well, you
know what? I just felt bad because I got so much publicity from somebody else's misfortune.
Right. You were on Howard Stern talking about it.
Yeah.
Did you break your hand?
What happened was the next day, I just took it as another fight. Actually, I broke my hand on his head.
Yeah, you broke your hand.
Broke my hand. And the crazy thing about it, Monday I start Oz. So I couldn't go to get a cast on because I would have lost the job. So I just let it, heal. The next day in the paper, the post, it shows a picture of Jean-Claude with a bicep pose. It says Jean-Claude Van Slammed. And the second page, it says Chuck Zito, bodyguard, his bodyguard and actor and star of the HBO series Oz. I didn't work one day. I'm looking at that. I said, I'm going to get fired. The next thing you know, Howard Stern says, "Did you hear about the guy that bitch slapped Jean-Claude Van Damme last night?" He goes, "Blah, blah, blah, you get him on the show." So they would call me, and I said, "Look, I wasn't even at Scores because I heard he was going to press charges against me." So I denied it. I said I wasn't there. And Mickey called me up. He goes, "Look, he's going to press charges. You got to watch this." Wow, okay. So I denied the whole thing. And then wound up he never did. So I wound up doing Howard. On Monday, I go to the set of Oz. The first one I walk into is Tom Fontana. And he goes, "I read the paper." I said, "Shit, this guy's going to fire me, man." And he goes, "Couldn't you hit this guy when the show aired? You got so much publicity." So that was cool. But like I said, it was something that was, misfortune. And it took us 17 years to talk to each other.
Well, the report said that after you knocked him out, you said, "This ain't the movies, this is the street, and I own the street."
Yeah, I said that.
You said that?
I said that, yeah.
Okay.
I said to him, "This ain't the movies. This is the fucking street. And I own the fucking street." Boom, 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 boom.
So 17 years later, you guys
Now what happened was
meet up and talk?
We haven't talked, never saw each other. And no, I'm sorry. I have to say, 2 months later, I was in a restaurant in L.A. and we ran into each other. But he was drunk that night. He was with a bunch of people. And, "Why you beat me up in New York?" And I just said, "Look, I'm not going to talk about it." And what happened was he went outside. I had a girl with me. We wanted to go outside. And he was drunk. So he was trying to drive. He got the guy out of his car. He's trying to go in there. And I went up there, so I got him out of the car, put him back in the the passenger seat. The other guy started going. So I went up ahead, and I see him jump out again, take him out. So I told the girl I was with, I says, "Do me a favor, you see me get in the car, just follow us." And meanwhile, he had like 10 other people with him. There was like 4-car, procession there.
Yeah.
So I wound up driving him home. I got him out. I said, "Look, Jean-Claude, I'll drive you home." And drove him home.
Was he trying to fight you in the car at all? Or?
Yeah, so he goes
trying to get his get back right there?
Yeah. It was revenge time. So I start driving. The girl follows me. His entourage follows, and we're driving. Then he turns around and he goes, "I'm Jean-Claude Van Damme." Bah, bah, bah. And I say, "Take it easy, man, take it easy," because I thought he was going to hit me across,
Yeah.
So he punched the windshield.
Oh.
He had a brand new Mercedes. Brand new. Hits the windshield, shattered the whole windshield. And I said, "Hey, take it easy, So I wound up driving him home, get him upstairs, and that was it. I leave. People thank me. The next day I get a call from him. He goes, "Look," he goes, "it's JC. I say, "JC. He goes, "I want to thank you for taking me home." I said, "Look, I'm not worried about you. You might have hit somebody with a little kid in it, hurt somebody. Look, let's bygones be bygones. Let's get back to work and everything." I said, "Look, if you're sincere, let's go to work," because we did a couple of movies together. Never heard from him again. 17 years later, I went to the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight.
Okay.
In Vegas. Mayweather came out, said hello to his family. I was the second guy he came up to, hugged me. I said, "Congratulations." Jean-Claude sitting with his daughter, Bianca, watching the fight. He says, "That's Chuck D." She goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Invite him to my movie premiere." He had a movie premiere at the Grumman's Chinese Theater. And I went. He came up to me, he goes, "Thank you for coming." I say, "Thank you for inviting me." We hugged and kissed each other, and it was over. So 17 years later, we finally became friends.
Nice.
And then I saw him a few other times at Cafe Roma. I actually had shirts made up with me and my dad with the boxing pose. I gave him one, and he wore it all the time. A lot of TV shows he did, I saw it, and it was,
Nice.
just nice. So we're friends.